It is my pleasure at this time to introduce our first commencement speaker, Alec Nelson. Alec is the son of Alfred and Lindy Nelson. He is a 4-year letter winner in baseball and is a member of the National Honor Society. He has also been listed on the Distinguished Honor Roll for athletes. Alec plans to attend Purdue University in the fall and study health and disease in a pre-medical program. Alec.
There are several instances in all of our lives when everything around us appears so remarkable we would do anything to press pause, take a step back, and simply appreciate it. This is one of those moments. In reality, time does not stop. However, I do not believe time anticipated handheld cell phones with HD cameras or the 21st century mind that introduced the selfie. Mr. Scanlon, I would be honored if you would take part in my commencement address selfie. I am honored to have been chosen to speak today in front of so many creative, talented, and capable people. It is truly an immeasurable privilege to bring what all of us have worked so hard for during the past 4 years full circle. My first shout out goes to the invisible hero who decided the speakers would be able to use a podium today, because if you could hear or see my knees shaking behind this bad boy right now, it would probably be a little embarrassing. Commencement is one of the only days you will ever hear at least one of your parents say the following phrases simultaneously. I love you, I am so proud of you, and please don't leave me. We all know why they love us. We flat out rock. They are proud of us because today we will accomplish a task that required 12 years of education, hundreds of pencils, thousands of pieces of paper, several amazing naps, and an unfathomable amount of selfies and hashtags. They beg us not to leave because, believe it or not, our parents will miss us as much as we will miss having them in our corner through every argument and on our side for every obstacle. Fear not, heartbroken parents. Your sons and daughters are graduating from one of the best public high schools in the United States. In my eyes, the most prominent element here is the teaching staff, especially 2 groups of teachers that have made lasting impressions on me. The first group includes the teachers here that truly care about their students, both as individuals and successful scholars. Teachers like Senora Dell, who takes the time at the end of the year to express thanks to her students for being a part of her life. Thank you for being a part of our lives, Mrs. Dell. The second group includes teachers who you whine about to your friends and family because they really grind your gears, while pushing all the right buttons for your long-term success. Teachers like Mr. Rowdy, who cares enough about his students to push them to new heights as individuals and young adults, knowing all the while there will be days when we want to rip his daily essays into 100 pieces. The dedication you have for your students is unmatched. Thank you, Mr. Rowdy. Stay on your toes today, because while we all expect to see our parents shed a tear or two, what we often don't see coming are the tears we share with them in return for all of their unconditional love and support. Please take a moment today to thank them for being your #1 fans and putting up with your one-word responses when they asked how your school day went. As bright-eyed freshmen, we did everything we could to fit in. 4 years later, we are doing everything we can to separate ourselves from those around us in order to attend college, find jobs, and make our own unique paths through life. Steve Jobs borrowed a quote for a speech once: "If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right." When you wake up in the morning and you look at yourself in the mirror, ask yourself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? Time is our most underrated resource. Ironically, after spending 144 weeks under this roof, the equivalent of 720 days or 5,760 hours, I believe I can sum up high school in one 6-word fragment: Ain't no rest for the wicked. For 4 years, whether we knew it or not, Monday through Friday might as well have been dubbed the Battle Royale. Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat versus homework, the TV versus studying for tests, hanging out with your boys or your girls versus finishing a project, procrastination versus a good night's sleep. Some of us went over these obstacles, others went under, around, or even through them. Nonetheless, we have all overcome so much to be in this position. As a class, we overcame a voice on the intercom 2 weeks ago with news of a hailstorm and an extra hour of school for our own protection, in spite of our invincible demeanors. As a class, we overcame a common misconception that great athletes cannot also be outstanding students. A football season ignited a unified campaign for a first-class community stadium that will benefit the city of Westfield for years to come. As a class, we have turned our teams into families through never-ending bus rides, team dinners, and lifelong friendships. As a class, we overcame 24 extended school days brought on by a record-shattering winter that included 56 inches of snow and 12 sub-zero days. However, with the light at the end of the tunnel, we decided to let it go, let it go. The cold never bothered us anyway. After we are handed our diplomas today, each of us is heading in a unique direction in life. Everything will change in the blink of an eye. However, as a class, there will always be one inescapable fact that binds us. Our time is not limitless. Every one of you has dreams for the future, and in your hearts lies the courage and intuition to reach them. This, right now, is our time. Congratulations, class of 2014.